What's good, y'all? Athletes, let me highlight you real quick. I have a very important conversation to have with you. And the thing I want to talk about today, I want to talk about this cell phone right here. I want to talk about how this cell phone right here can make or break you. I want to talk about how this cell phone right here can tear you down. I want to talk about how this cell phone right here can change your life. It can build you up. It can do so many things with just this little box right here that goes. That's all. If you don't know who I am, I'm the host of the show and this podcast, Push 100 Miles Per Hour. And my name is Ramon Clemente. Let's get to the show. Push.
This is all for you, to my people out there still trying, but no help up ahead. This one's for you, to my homie looking for a loved one, but no sign of them yet. This one's for
So when it comes to the cell phone, what's one of the things that we get out of it as soon as we have a game, whether you're playing good or bad? For some reason, it's validation. And I don't care who you are. We all have that feeling of whether you're a poster or not. We all get the tags when we have a good game where you're getting praised. And we feel that. We feel that love. Regardless, you have some people that they do have social media and they don't post at all. But at the end of the day, if you check it, you see it. So you have the people that will praise you and they're bigging you up. You had a good game. And let's just use the word Mike. Like, yo, Mike's the best. He's goated. Mike's one. Like, all of these things can get to you. Can make you feel good. That's when you have the good game. That's the validation sometimes we seek. But what about that bad game? Now it's a different conversation. Now when you check that phone, which you probably don't want to check, especially after a bad game, get Mike up out of here. Take his scholarship. Take his contract. He's not supposed to be here. He can't make a shot. Cut him. Get rid of Mike. It's a different kind of conversation. It's a different kind of stroke towards the ego. Their validation is a little bit different. So what I wanted to talk about, how can we control these things and why do we do this? I could firsthand tell you, I'm probably one of the first generations when it comes to the sports and social media. I've been on social media, man, since the beginning of time when I can think of, like when it was really cool to do. Like I've been on YouTube forever, I've been on Twitter since like '09. I've been on all of the social media platforms, and while I was on these platforms, I was a high-level athlete, whether it was college or professional basketball. And I've felt every emotion that you can think of. I've been in places where I was the man and everyone was praising me. And I've been in spots and times during my seasons where people were just not happy with what I do. That just comes with it. And it wasn't a lot of it, but all it takes is one. And that's the thing right there. I never got a lot of talk downed upon. But this is the thing. I can have thousands of people show me love. All it takes is one person to talk crazy. All it takes is one person to kick me down, and I'm feeling that for the day. It's tough. That's what comes with it. And as an athlete, man, it's tough, especially when you look for that praise, because there's no better feeling than receiving love from strangers. There's no better feeling than that, man. It makes you feel like all of the hard work that you've done is like paying off, and to make other people happy and make their days is amazing. But when things don't go your way and there's a possibility that you let someone down, there's a possibility that you ruin someone's day, there's a possibility that someone just doesn't want to see you in uniform. That's a bad feeling, man. So for me to you, that validation that you're seeking, find a balance. Find a balance. Don't live a life where any and everything you do, it has to be through the approval of others. Yo, what's good, y'all? Please do not forget to subscribe to the page. Please go like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube page, follow me on Instagram, all of that. I appreciate so much, and thank you for the support. Push. You accept that with a grain of salt. It's too much. It's too much life in this sport to get caught up on this one moment. And it's cool. Enjoy it and enjoy the quick moment, but keep it pushing. Don't ride on this high. I'm telling you, do not ride on this high, because these people will really pick you up and drop you on your head the moment you can do. That's just what comes with it. Now you have your loyalty people as well, and that's cool. But like I told you, all it takes is one. That's the thing. All it takes is one person to just ruin your whole day. Forget the thousands of people who praised you and gave you the shout outs and gave you all of the love in the world. It could be one person with no profile picture, 0 followers, 0 posts, following 20,000 people. It'll ruin your whole day. And don't be a person that likes to respond and you going back and forth. So that validation that you're looking for on the internet, man, it's not really worth it. You just got to find your balance of how far to take it. Nothing wrong with showing love. Nothing wrong with accepting the love. But understand what comes with the love at the same time. And it's not a good feeling. So that validation that you're seeking for, man, like I said, once again, and I'm closing this little part right here, take that with a grain of salt and continue to grow through the sport. Another thing that I want to talk about when it comes to cell phones and sports. This is a mistake that I've made early in my career, and I didn't know what I was doing. And my coaches in college tried to look out for me, and I thought that they just didn't understand. And I was trying to be myself, and I was trying to show people my personality. What I'm about to talk about, this is something that can hurt you in the long run. And I'm happy that I did have these coaches to have my back. And that's your character, your online character. One of the first, I would say, real social media platforms that I used to really show my personality like that was Twitter. And I remember being at Wichita State and just tweeting stuff. I'm just tweeting anything on my mind. Mind you, I'm a kid from Queens. I'm not fully developed there. So a lot of the things I'm saying was like super ignorant. I'm just keeping it real. I was super ignorant in some of the things that I was talking about. But here's the thing. I was able to clean up any mistakes that I've done. You know, my coaches will hit me up. Ramon, take that down. That's not it. Cool. Today's a little bit different because all it was Twitter. You know, it was a little bit easy to get out of loops and things. But today, it's totally different. We're on 100 different social media networks. People are screenshot. I don't even think you could have screenshot back then in Twitter during the time, you know, when it first came out. But you can do the screenshots, the screen recording, It's so many things. Or maybe I'm tripping, but I didn't have an iPhone then, so I don't know about the time. But the screenshots, there's just so many ways that people could just look through the history of your character. And the reason why I'm telling you this, as a grown man, the things that I was talking about, embarrassed even knowing I even thought like that. It's embarrassing, you know? So if you're a student athlete, please watch how you move on these social media networks. Yeah, things might be funny right now. Things might look cool right now, and it might feel good and real to you right now. But later on down the line, you'll look back at a lot of those things and think, what was I thinking? And I had a lot of those moments of what was I thinking? I don't regret the goofing around and having the fun, but the ignorance. The ignorance is a lot of the things that I regret. And I don't have too many regrets in my life. Even though I had to take that path in order to be the person I am right now, you know, I wouldn't really take it back, but just knowing the ignorance, man, like that was tough. That was really tough. So I'm just coming to you to tell you to please watch how you move on the internet. You just never know. You never know. People will pull up things from your history that will make you look wild. It will make you look wild. And I'm glad, once again, that I had coaches to tell me, Ramon, no, that's not it. You know, they just straight tell me, Ramon, that's not it. Take it down. My coach Marshall will bring me to the office. Coach Jens. These coaches will straight tell me, Ramon, that's a no-no, man. That's not it. So I use my platform of my podcast to talk to those student athletes, professionals. Yo, my first year overseas in Israel, I was literally tweeting everything I was doing. Mind you, Twitter's brand new. I didn't think they knew anything about Twitter in Israel. The whole season, they was literally reading everything I was saying on the internet. Everything that I was saying on Twitter, they were reading. And the reason why I knew, my GM name was Shah. Shout out to Shah. I didn't know they was watching, but I randomly tweeted, Shah, I know you were watching my tweets all season. And when I saw Shah, he came to me and said, yo, Ramon, I was watching all of your tweets through the season, and I apologize for invading your privacy. And I wasn't a fan of it, but at the end of the day, I could have possibly lost my job. I was this close to getting cut. I was partying way too much. Literally 3 to 4 times a week, I'm outside partying. And they were watching all of these things. One time, I remember seeing the GM. He's like, you look a little tired. You should get some rest. Look me straight in the eyes and say, you look a little tired. You should get some rest. So, you know, when it comes to the internet, And it comes to your character, your online character. This is what I like to call it, your online character. You can't just look at it as it's just the internet. Nah, this is like your new identification. If I was a coach and I was recruiting a player, the first thing I would probably look at is their social media page. And like I said, a lot of us don't think, we just put stuff out there. This is me, I'm being real. As a coach, if I see you out wilding out, you smoking and just talking crazy on the internet, and you don't move with respect in any type of way, I wouldn't recruit you, because I wouldn't want that on my team. I don't want that on the plane. I don't want that to represent my university, because my job's on the line dealing with that. So understand that. Understand how you move on the internet. These things can haunt you later on if you move the wrong way. So clean it up. And I'm not saying you got to be perfect. I'm not saying you got to be preppy. But just keep a little conscience on how you moving, man. Keep a little conscience on the things that you put online. Everything's not for online. I'm not telling you how to act. But when it comes to your online character, you got to fix that, man. Don't trip up. Do not trip up, man. Yo, what's good, y'all? Please do not forget to subscribe to the page. I appreciate you guys' support so much. Don't forget to follow the foundation page on Instagram, Push 100 Miles Per Hour Foundation. Don't forget to follow my Instagram at Ramon Clemente, and like the Facebook page, all of that. I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Push. And this last part right here is something that I really want to talk about, and I should have probably added this at the beginning, but I wanted to talk about cell phones and the dangers of it. And that part that I'm talking about with the dangers, suicide, man. Opening those phones, receiving that hate, reading comments, DMs, but accepting it, letting it get to you. As a grown man in my 16th season, I read certain things and it gets to me. I'm just keeping it real. I just learned how to brush those things off. And when I do brush those things off, for some reason in the day, I be wondering, like, yo, why does my day feel so funny? Maybe it's because that one DM or that one comment is in the back of my mind. I try to eliminate it by not paying attention to it. But everyone's not like that. Everyone doesn't know how to respond of getting so much negative energy from people. The number one leading death in NCAA students, the number one leading death in NCAA students, suicide. That cell phone, you can't let it get to you like that. It's not real, man. Those comments and the DMs and the emotions from the people with all that hate, it's not real. People are just talking. They don't know the issues and the things that you went through in life. They don't know the hard work that you had to put in. This is a sport. I don't know anyone that's had a career where they never dropped a pass, where they never missed a shot, where they landed every flip, pitched a perfect game. Is no such thing. People are always going to judge. People judge LeBron James and Michael Jordan. People just judge. People judge Floyd Mayweather. I'm talking about the best of the best. And there's always an opinion. So to the students that, if you feel that type of pressure where these things ever cross your mind, I need you to understand people's going to judge regardless. They will. That's the truth. There's people that probably took their life and they judge that. Oh, he's weak. It's no stopping people from being negative. For some reason, when it comes to the internet, negative is like the thing that thrives. Negative keeps everything growing. Like, look around. If you swipe your screen right now, I guarantee you'll probably see something negative for sure. And it's just like, that's what just keeps this going. So as an athlete, as a pro, a student athlete, whatever it is, don't even let those thoughts cross your mind. It's not worth it. These people don't care about you. If they talking negative, they don't care about you, man. They just saying something just because it's cool to say. They want some attention. Some of these people just talk just to have conversations with other people. You got to understand, people wake up just looking for negativity. Some people's day can't even function if they're not arguing. There's people literally that they plan their day to just go on the internet and just put negative stuff out there and just argue with people. I stopped following certain pages. Like here in Puerto Rico, we have multiple pages online on Instagram specifically where they just tear players down. And they're comparing this player with that player, and this player isn't good no more, but this guy's better. And it's like, yo, shit, like, let the players play. Let them just be them. Where's the positivity in this? It's one thing to criticize, another thing to tear people down just because it's getting you clicks, because it's getting you a few comments, a few followers. So understand why these people are just doing it just because it's getting them attention. It's giving them some type of fulfillment. Like, it's weird. I understand this. But for me to you, I need you to understand it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. These people, they go off saying something down on you. What type of person is that? So if you ever had the thought of suicide or anything of hurting yourself due to sports and other people's reactions, come on, man. We're better than that. We're stronger than that. We've been through too much in life to even have those thoughts cross our mind. Bad games come. Bad performances come. Bad seasons come. Bad careers happen. It's nothing wrong with that. It's all good. This is one thing that I learned with sports, man. This is a small part of my life. A very important part, but a small part of my life. Man, I still got my family. I still have so many things that I want to accomplish outside of basketball for me. And the biggest thing about basketball, it's not the points. It's not the rebounds. It's not the places that I played. The most important thing to me when it comes to basketball is the people that I've met. And that's more important than any of this stuff. The people that I've ran into, the experiences that I've had with this, of what basketball brought to me. I've met wonderful people. Some of my closest friends I've met through basketball, through the game of basketball. You know, I appreciate where basketball has taken me, and that's outside of the hood to see the world. I'm appreciative for that. It's not about the points and I dunked on somebody. It's not about none of that. That's cool. That's for the fans. It's not about that. What about me? What do I enjoy from the game? And all those things I mentioned is what I enjoyed. So find something that you enjoy. Don't base your life when it comes to sports off of just performance. That's cool. But once it's done, it's done. That's history. Let other people watch it, the reruns on YouTube, or when you retire, or whatever you want. However you want to do it, you can watch it. But don't get caught up in that moment, because the moment's over with. So from me to you, if you ever even had the thoughts of suicide at any point, man, and it's due to people because of your performance, don't lose yourself over that. Please do not lose yourself over that. Because I promise you, a lot of those people that's talking couldn't do half the things that you do. They could say what they want. I guarantee you a high percentage of the people that's talking crazy couldn't do half the things that you do. I'm going to close it like that. I don't want to be here talking too long. I just wanted to get these messages out real quick, and I want to talk about cell phone and sports today. If you don't know who I am, I'm the host of this show and this podcast, Push 100 Miles Per Hour, and my name is Ramon Clemente. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Push.
This one's for you, to my people out there still trying, but no help up ahead. This one's for you, to my home week looking for a loved one, but no sign of them yet. This one's for